Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am back with a new video. Today I will let you know 5 amazing Excel tricks that will make you advance in Excel. So before I start this video, if you are new on my channel, please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification of my new video. So let's get started. Our first trick is how to create search bar in Excel. So simply what you can do if you want to create this search bar, you can go to developer tab and click on insert and select here this text box. You have to create this text box like this. You have to drag this and right click on this text box, go to properties and go to this link cell and type here any cell name. So just I'm giving here B3. You can just close this and close this design mode, and now you have to type one function here after getting this heading. So we have the data here in our next part. We have this data. I want to populate this data here. If I search any customer name here, so you can use here filter function, open bracket, select the array that you want in return. So I want in return this array, so simply you have to select this range. If you want to go back to your formula, you can press Control backspace. Now use comma, and now for include part, you can use left function. Left open bracket, first you have to select your text. So in the text part, you can just select your range of the customer name like this, then comma, and for number of characters, you can use len function, open bracket, and type here your cell name that you have linked to this search box. Simply you can type here B3 because we have linked this, then close the bracket and close the bracket again, then use is equal to, and now you can use B3 again because we want to match that value that we have in text box. So we will type here B3 again and then use comma, and for if empty you can just type in double quote not found and close the bracket. You will get all the values right now. Now if you search any customer name here, then you will get only values related to that customer name. So this is how you can create search bar in Excel. So just I'm moving to next trick, which is how you can create the deadline tracker in Excel. So you can see we have the data set, the project name, assignment name, assigned to deadline dates we have, and the progress. So now what we want here, we want deadline tracker like remaining days what we have, or days overdue what we have, and the today what we have. So I want to match, I want to calculate the progress here in days only. So you can just use here is equal to and select your deadline date minus today function you can use to get the current scenario. You can just drag this down, and now you can use here formatting part. So before this formatting part, you can just copy this code. I'm just going to copy this code and now select this range, press Ctrl 1, which is the shortcut to format your cells. Go to custom part and now type that formula. I have just copied that formula. You can paste it here and close, click on OK, and you will get the progress here as deadline tracker. And now if you change any date, like I'm giving the today's date here, see, I will get this today. That's how you can use this deadline tracker in Excel. You can create this deadline tracker in Excel. So I'm moving to next trick, which is how we can use two-way lookup data in Excel. How we can look up our data in two ways. Like if you have two fields to look up your data, like I have employee ID and the second field, it can be anything. Like I will showcase first the data one. So we have this data one, like employee ID, full name, job title. So what I want to look up by two values. Like I will select here one employee ID and I will select any field from my columns. If I select this gender, see, I will get that gender for this employee ID. So this is how you can just look up by two way if you have two fields. So we will learn how we can create this. So what you can do, first you have to create some drop down list. So for creating drop down list, you can go to this data tab. You can see here we have data validation. You can just click on this and select your list. For creating the drop down list, you can select your source. So our source in this case is the employee ID. So I will select this range, and now you can just press OK, and you will get the drop down here for that employee IDs. Same as you have to create the second drop down, which is for second drop down list. So you can just click on this data validation again and go to list, click on list and select your source. So in this case, we have the source, which is our field from full name. The column headings you can select like this and just click on OK. Now you will get the drop down list here. You can see we have two drop down lists. Now we have to apply one function here, the VLOOKUP function. Just I will apply here for selecting these two fields data is equal to VLOOKUP. First, we have to give you a lookup value. So our lookup value in this case is employee ID. Then you can use comma, and the table array you can select the whole table. So from without heading you can select your whole table. And if you want to go back to your formula, you can press Control backspace. Now comma you can use. For column index number you can use match function. Open bracket, select your lookup value. In this case you will select your lookup value, which is your second field. Now use comma, and now in this case you will select your lookup array as the headings that you have in your data. So we will select the headings here. And now if you want to go back, you can just go back to your formula by pressing Control backspace. Then you can use comma here, and for exact match you can use 0 and close the bracket, and for VLOOKUP for exact match you can use again 0 and close the bracket. So this is how you can use this lookup data by two-way if you have two fields like this. Now if you choose any employee ID, so it is dynamic one, you can choose any second field, like any column you can select, and you will get the result for this employee ID. So this is how you can apply your VLOOKUP when you have two fields to find out like this. So this I'm moving to next trick, which is how we can do AutoFit column width with the help of VBA code. So sometime we are just doing data entry or doing entries in Excel. So if you're just typing like this, like I'm going to type employee ID. So we are getting this data out of this cell. So if you want to auto fit, you will just drag your column width like this. So it can be auto fit by using VBA code. What we can do in this case, you can just go to this auto fit column width, that is your sheet name. You can go to sheet name and just right click on this, click on view code, and now you can select here worksheet, and now you have to type one function here. So I will just zoom in to showcase you what is a function. You can type here cells dot entire column dot auto fit. This you can type and just close this. Now what will happen if you type anything, like I'm going to type again employee ID, this will auto fit your column width. If you type anything again like department, so it will auto fit automatically with the help of VBA code. So this is how we can just use this auto fit column width VBA code. So just I'm moving to next trick, which is how we can use the slicer for filtering our data. I think so you are just filtering your data like this. You are applying this. It is time consuming when you are just filtering your data, like you are selecting anything, like any department you want to select. So it is just time consuming. And if you want to deselect that department, first again you have to go, and it is time consuming. So what you can do in this case, you can just convert this data into a table, and you can use slicer in this. You can select your data by pressing Ctrl A and convert this by using shortcut, which is Ctrl T, and click on OK. It is converted into a table. And now what you can do, you can apply here slicer. You can see we have in table design tab the slicer. If you click on this insert slicer, you can select this department and click on OK. And now what you can do in this part, you can just increase the column width. You can resize this, select your slicer and resize this and increase your column numbers in this. You have this slicer and you can just resize this and you can increase the column here. In this slicer tab, you have this column option. You can increase to 7 that you have fields. Because we have 7 fields right now, you can just drag this and make slicer like this. Again, resize this slicer and now you can filter your data easily by using this slicer. Like if I want to get values related to IT, simply I have to select this IT. And if I want to select more like IT, finance and sales, I want to select, you can just click on this icon and now you can select more like this. And if you want to clear, you can use this clear filter. So this is how we can use this filter data with slicer. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video. And if you want this practice sheet to do practice, you can just download this practice sheet from description. And if you have any query regarding Excel, you can do comment on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.